On September 8, 2022, Queen Elizabeth II died peacefully at age 96, and Britain entered 10 days of mourning to honour her 70 years of service as the head of the monarchy. The details of her funeral raise the question as to where the Queen will be buried, and it's a location steeped in royal history dating back to 1475. The Queen departed Buckingham Palace for the last time on September 14, 2022. Her casket journeyed to Westminster Hall, where she would lie for 4 days before a state funeral on September 19, 2022. Her son and his wife, King Charles III, and Queen Consort Camilla Parker Bowles, her daughter Princess Anne, her second son, Prince Andrew, and her grandchildren Prince William and Harry walked behind the coffin as it made its way past London's landmarks, before arriving at Westminster Hall, the oldest part of the Palace of Westminster. It's believed 1 million people lined the route to pay their respects, while others waited in line for up to 14 hours, to bid farewell to their beloved monarch with a simple "thank you, ma'am" upon reaching her coffin. Queen Elizabeth will be buried among her family at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, specifically in the 200-year-old royal vault underneath the King George VI Memorial Chapel. This will take place following a state funeral at Westminster Abbey on September 19, 2022, which is expected to attract hundreds of thousands of people to line the funeral route from London to her final resting place at St. George's Chapel in Windsor. There will be a committal service open to the Queen's past and present staff. Then, her coffin will be lowered into the vault. There will be another private burial service in the evening that will be attended by the royal family and close acquaintances only. Elizabeth will be reunited with her sister, Princess Margaret, her father, King George VI, and her mother, Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother. Elizabeth's beloved husband Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, was stored temporarily in the vault after he died in April 2021 to await his wife's death, but he will be moved to lay by her side. The royal vault homes some 25 coffins, the most notable of which belong to King George III, the monarch that oversaw the secession of the United States during the American Revolutionary War from 1775 to 1783. Recently, though, its function has been to temporarily house royals who have passed until a suitable grave can be prepared. The beautiful St. George's Chapel dates to 1475, when it was founded by King Edward III, and was expanded significantly in the late 15th century. The large structure has since served as the final resting place for more than 65 royals and various crypts. While the Queen's death is a time of sadness, the chapel has also been the site of many happy occasions. Royal weddings, including King Charles III's marriage to Camilla in 2005, Prince Harry's marriage to Meghan Markle in 2018, and Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank in 2018, were held there, as well as the unveiling of Meghan and Harry's firstborn, Archie, to the public. The word buried is a bit of a misnomer, because the only soil to touch Queen Elizabeth's coffin will be a ceremonial silver bowl of red earth scattered by King Charles III during her funeral. Elizabeth similarly scattered red earth on the casket of her father King George VI, the National Post reports. Instead, she will be housed in a stone crypt in an airtight, lead-lined casket to slow decomposition. And what about the Queen's jewels? Her collection of jewelry is said to comprise 300 items, including 98 brooches, 46 necklaces, 34 pairs of earrings, 15 rings, 14 watches, and 5 pendants. It's common for royalty to be buried with their valuable belongings. Egyptian pharaohs, for example, were mummified with amulets and jewels in addition to other belongings, sometimes even their human servants, with the idea that these things would accompany the deceased to the next life. It's predicted that Queen Elizabeth, however, will keep things simple. According to Lisa Levinson, head of communications at the Natural Diamond Council, the Queen's body will be interred with few priceless possessions. Her Majesty is an incredibly humble woman at heart who is unlikely to be dressed in anything but her simple Welsh gold wedding band to rest, and a pair of pearl earrings, she told Metro. Mark O'Keefe, a member of the LGBTQ+ royalist group Gayristo, agreed, saying that the Queen's wedding bands are likely all she'll need. This simple act of love seems fitting for a woman who actively enjoyed the simple things in life, and, because of her strong faith, believed that she would enjoy the riches of heaven, he said. Many of the jewels she wore form part of the history of the country, and will be passed to the future monarch and the Queen Consort for the remainder of their lives. Close quote.